Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and today we are going to be doing a special video. Just gave a little glimpse of it, but I have been a part of the Shadowhunter, I've been a fan of the Shadowhunter books for a long time, since City of Bones came out, but I have sort of been a fake fan because I have never read City of Heavenly Fire, the final book in the series, but since Chain of Gold came out, I was like, wow, I really need to finish this series and be a true stan, you know? I've been rereading the Shadowhunter books for the past, few months. I think I started reading them again in August, just kind of taking it slow. And then after City of Lost Souls, and then also reading Clockwork Princess, I was like, oh my gosh, I need to read this now. So I did. And in this video, you will see all of my lovely thoughts on the book along the way of reading it. Yeah, unfortunately, this is a not spoiler-free reading vlog. It will be full of spoilers, so if you have not read this book, then definitely click on out of here, go pick it up, and then come back and watch this video, because a lot happens, and a lot will be spoiled in this video, I think.
Let the games begin.
Hello, so we are in my living room, and I am about to put on a read with me and read a little bit. I'm really into read with me's right now. I don't know who I am, but we're gonna put that on, read City of Heavenly Fire. I'm not saying I don't enjoy it so far, but we're just introduced to these new characters right at the beginning of this series finale book, and I'm like, oh my god, I just wanna know, I wanna be with my people. So I'm just hoping I either get used to them or it picks up, because I need... Sorry, I'm holding my camera, but I just need more right now, you know? So I've literally only finished the prologue and I'm already I don't know why I didn't see that coming, because, I mean, obviously they have to, connect that. I knew they were going to connect those characters to then the main story of the Mortal Instruments, but, for whatever reason, I was just not anticipating what went down in the prologue. I already feel for these, Blackthorn, I feel for these Blackthorn children that, we don't even know, and I'm I get it, there's probably gonna be some of these characters in the future books, or in this book, and I'm gonna, not like them, but, right now, I like them all, and I'm what? I feel so bad for Mark. Also, Julian, I felt he should have been yeah, you're right, we should save them, but I get it, he's being rational and was no, we have to leave, but, I feel a lot of characters, I mean, maybe it's just me wanting it to be stereotypical, but I'm they should be oh my god, no, you're right, we have to save them, but they just, fled, which I respect, but also I'm ah, you could have tried harder, but I get it, they're, 12, so, I don't know how old they are, 12, maybe 11. Anyways, okay, well, I hate Sebastian. I really must say, I think so far, I really do like him as a villain. I'm not saying I agree with him, but I think his, motives make more sense than Valentine's. I know they're sort of the same motive, but, I believe it more with Sebastian. I don't know. I enjoy him as a villain. At the end of City of Lost Souls, I wanted him to be good. I wanted, or I wanted, Claire to be you're right, and, go to his side for whatever reason. Obviously, that makes no sense. Why would they do that? But here we are, and now I'm, hating him because he's being a little bitch. He's being so mean. I get it, he's the villain, but, hate it. Okay, whatever. Here we go, chapter 1. Okay, so I just finished chapter 1. Shit's getting going in this book. They're, I guess, gonna be leaving the New York Institute, so excited to see that. I'm loving the, Jocelyn being back in the world. She was involved in the last book a lot, and I'm excited to see her hopefully be more involved, with the Shadowhunter world, but we'll see. So I'm currently on chapter 3, and I'm starting to love the book. Like, I'm starting to feel like I'm actually, like, in it now and enjoying it. Not that I necessarily wasn't from the beginning, but, you know, it takes a minute to get into a book. So, anyways, my thoughts. Magnus and Alec, I'm just like everyone else. Love them, but like I'm getting sick of this back and forth with them of like you don't tell me anything, you knew what you were signing up for, blah blah blah, and I'm like, ugh, just like stop it. Like I get it, Magnus is still showing that he cares, like at the end of the day that's all that matters I guess, but wish they would just like officially make up already, but like whatever, I get it. Ooh, Simon and Izzy, I love their like we're dating, we're not dating thing, and also like Simon, like Simon's my favorite. So currently they're going through the portal to go back to Idris to flee from the Institute. I'm like nervous because I like have no idea what to expect. And I'm like, why are they leaving Simon alone? Like, don't leave Simon. Like, why can't Simon just go with you? I feel really bad for Emma. Like, really, really, really bad. And her, like, screaming because she found out her parents died, like, broke my heart. I'm already, like, attached to this character, so that's fun. I am like living for the references to the Infernal Devices series. Like, if you didn't read the Infernal Devices before reading this, it's not like you're like really missing out, but it's just a like extra thing for like the fans, and I love that like aspect of her writing with these intermingled series. It's just like a little cherry on top of everything, you know? And then also like whenever Magnus like referenced Tessa, I'm like, I want Tessa to be in this book so bad. I don't think she's going to be, but like, I want her to be. We'll find out. Stay tuned for probably tomorrow. So it is Wednesday, and I apologize if my hair is really distracting, because it's really distracting me, but I just woke up and I'm not in the mood to shower yet. So, I just finished chapter 3 of City of Heavenly Fire, and wow, it's kind of hard for me to, I don't know for sure, but I'm assuming they announced Lady Midnight after this was finished, or maybe before. Sometimes Cassandra Clare likes to do stuff like that. But it's hard for me to like separate the idea that like Emma and Julian and all of the Blackthorns like are gonna have their own series versus this. I just keep thinking about how like, oh, this is kind of to set you up knowing them for the Dark Artifices. And I like need to stop thinking that though, because I need to just like picture them belonging in this story, which like they do belong, but like I just keep reading it as like, okay, this is to help us get to know the characters more for when they're in their own series. Which like, yes, is true, but like I need to like separate that thought. I just wanted to say I love the relationship between Clary and Emma. I mean, they only just started talking, but like I can just see how much Clary cares, and it can also like relate in a way to Emma, even though Emma is much younger than her whenever Clary started in all of the Shadowhunter world and didn't grow up in it like Emma did, but she can like relate to her, and I really like that. But Clary gives this one little hero speech to Emma, and I really enjoy it, so I'm gonna read it to you guys. Heroes aren't always the ones who win. They're the ones who lose sometimes, but they keep fighting, they keep coming back, they don't give up. That's what makes them heroes, and I love that. I mean, it's such a simple quote, but I just adore it. It's making me like Clary a lot more. I started to like her in City of Lost Souls. That's where we're at. We're gonna start chapter 4 once I flip my laundry around, and I'll give you guys more updates. Okay, so like, forgive me if I'm wrong, but like, Sebastian and the Queen, the Seelie Queen, were they dating before? Were they together in the other books? Because I don't remember that, and I'm shook. So, I don't know if that was just revealed or if I just don't remember it from a City of Lost Souls, but the other guards that like, they're the fae folk. And I'm just like confused, like was like him pretending, like why didn't he want to turn Mark? Like he was like, the blood is tainted. It's not just that he didn't think it would work. He thought like lesser of Downworlder blood being in the Nephilim blood. But like, it's fairy blood. But now he's like sleeping with the fairies. So I'm like, I need more answers. I need them. Also, not to be that guy, but like Clary and Jace, I just like don't care. Like, yes, I want them to be together and be happy, but, like, whenever they have their little, like, steamy moments, and by steamy, I mean, like, literally steamy, I'm just like, ugh. Next. Thank you, next. I'm just, like, not into their romance. Also, oh my god, Sebastian's gonna be going to the London Institute. No, I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't know who's currently at the London Institute. I can't remember from previous books who's there in the current timeline, because all I can think about is the Infernal Devices, and I'm scared. Okay, I'm gonna go back to reading. I have no words. That came out of nowhere. So Jordan is dead? That scene, like, I gasped. I gasped. You go, you know, they're on the drive there, you can tell that it's ash and not snow coming down, and you're like, oh my gosh, and then, like, they get there and there's all the werewolves and they're dead, and you're like, oh my gosh, and you think that is, like, the worst thing that's gonna happen in that scene, and then Sebastian just stabs. I had no idea. I had no idea. I'm so sad. He was not even my favorite, but, like, I liked him. I am a sucker for Simon. Simon's my favorite character. First of all, he's kidnapped and Maureen has him because she's psycho. I'm a sucker for Simon, and anyone that, like, cares for Simon, and I know it was Jordan's job to protect Simon, but, like, he really wanted to do a good job, and he wanted to, like, protect not only Simon because he was supposed to, but because he was his friend, and they're, like, all of their relationships are so intermingled at this point that it's like everyone, like, cares for each other in, like, ways that sometimes maybe they shouldn't or they should. And this just goes to show how effed up Sebastian is, because he literally, before he leaves Maya he's, like, telling Maya, like, this is your job, like, you're the message, you're, like, relaying a message to the Clave. He literally has to, like, point out the fact, he says, your boyfriend is dead. And I'm like, she didn't get that on her own? Like, why do you have to go that extra mile and just, like, give that, like, punch? Like, you don't have to do that, even if you are the villain. And he does that, and that's just, like, Cassandra Clare is really, like, playing with our emotions with him, because, like, in the last book, she tries to, like, sort of humanize him and make you, like, sort of get where he's coming from, and now all of this shit, I'm like, what? Also, wow. But anyways, I'm just shocked. I am sad. I guess we'll get through this. Really, it's pulling out the series finale moments right now of killing people that we loved, so whatever, okay. Okay, sorry about the weird lighting. The lamp is, like, yellow. I don't know. Whatever. But I was literally just thinking, no shade to, like, the Mortal Instruments people, but I was like, you know, if, like, Charlotte or Henry or Tessa or Will or Jem were here, like, none of this, like, they would, like, get their shit together and know what to do. But these people in the Mortal Instruments, they just, like, the higher up people, they're just, like, dumb. And the kids, like, sort of know what they're doing. They somehow, like, never make the right choice. They always just end up back where they were before. If Charlotte or any of them were here, like, none of this would be happening. And then Jem comes along, and I'm just waiting for him to, like, fix everything. Jem is back. I was right. So, like, I guess the Heavenly Fire took care of it, not, like, Clary's room. I don't know. I'm so confused on the matter, but it doesn't matter because Jem is no longer Brother Zachariah. Well, I mean, I guess he technically is. They're one and the same. But, like, he's not a silent brother anymore, and I'm just so excited. The, like, timing of this series and Cassandra Clare's, like, back and forth is just so well done. I'm just in shock. I mean, I'm not in shock because I knew this was coming, but, like, it happened. It happened. I want more. I want more. I want more of Jem. I want more of Jem. Okay, so I know that this has been a thing with Cassandra Clare for, like, a really long time, but, like, I just don't understand her fascination with, like, incest. I mean, no, she doesn't have, like, a fascination, but, like, it keeps coming up, and I'm just over it. Like, Why does it have to be a plot device? Why does it have to be like a flaw? I mean, it is a flaw, but like, why does it have to... Anyways, I also just... so the end of this chapter, Clary and Jace are like together after like fighting Sebastian, and they're just talking. And I think this is an unpopular opinion because a lot of people like Jace, and I think they like Jace and Clary together. I don't know, but I hate the scenes when they're just talking. Like, I hate it. It's just their relationship. I don't get it. I don't relate to it. I just, like, the things they talk about, like, are important to the story, like, these realizations that they make, but it's just, like, sometimes I'm like, I don't get why it has to be them having the conversation. Like, why couldn't it be, like, Alec and Jace, or Clary and Simon? Like, why can't, or, like, Izzy or something, like, it's always just these, like, deep conversations between the two of them, and I just, like, I get that's a part of a relationship, but I don't know. There's just times I don't care to see them converse. I just don't. And that's that on that. So, I'm gonna go work out, and I'm gonna shower, and then I'm gonna read more. I've already hit my 100 pages. I've been trying to read 100 pages a day. The first day I only read like 85, but whatever. But yeah, trying to read 100 pages a day, if not more. So far, I've only basically stuck to 100, but I hit my 100-page mark. I'm gonna try and read more tonight after I work out and shower. Here's hoping I don't, like, pass out, because that's also likely. Anytime that Jem talks about Will or Tessa, I just, like, want to cry. I miss them so much. Hello, so if you can't tell, I like just woke up, but I started reading City of Heavenly Fire. It's Saturday, but I didn't read like much at all yesterday. I read like one chapter, literally. Yeah, I'm determined to finish today, because I only have like 140 pages left, maybe. My thoughts right now are that, like, Cassandra Clare is really good at, like, reveals, I think. And I know I'm, like, not really at the end yet, so, like, there's still time. I'm sorry, I look so bad right now, but, like, I don't care. But she is so good at reveals, and I know I'm not at the end, and there's time for more. But I think right now she used up so many reveals. Okay, I'm back. I just had to adjust my tripod, but... oh my god, I look so bad, y'all. At least, like, the last, like, 100 pages, I just felt like there were no reveals, there were no, like, shock elements that I think Cassandra Clare is so good at. That's, like, some of my favorite parts of her books is, like, these, like, reveals of, like, oh my gosh, or, like, plot twists that aren't plot twists. You guys know what I mean, I think. But there were a lot of them in the beginning of this book, and now I just feel like it's, like, it's not lacking in them, but, like, kind of. There are times where I'm like, you could have had like a really cool reveal right here, and then she doesn't. But it's fine. It's not like it's like bad. It's just like, you know, I've just been coasting through it. I haven't had much to update because I haven't been like, oh my gosh, about like anything in the past like 100 pages. So, I will say, I just love all of the moments with Brother Zachariah. He just, like, said Emma's full name and said her parabatai, and she's like, what? How do you know what? And I'm like, A sort of shocking thing is that Helen is not allowed into the Hall of Accords. That's where they're going, right? Yeah, I think so. But Helen is not allowed in because she's not a child, and I'm like, oh my god, they're getting separated, so, like, that's depressing. My only other thought, Clary and Sebastian. She's like, I knew it was always gonna come down to you and I, like, fighting, or, like, in the end. Like, she doesn't say that, but she thinks it, and I'm like, Clary, it's always you and Sebastian, in every book. I mean, I guess not really, I guess sometimes there's Jace involved and blah blah blah, but it's like, it's the same every ending. And I get we're not at the end, so like, maybe something else is gonna happen. I'm not shocked by any of this. It always comes down to Clary and Sebastian, or like Clary and Valentine. And I get it. That's like allowed in books. We like that. I'm just, part of me is just like over it. I don't know. I'm gonna give you my thoughts later because right now I'm just like, I'm still like nowhere near done with this book and I am emotional. This whole time, everything was kind of going as I thought it would, and it's still where I'm at. It's like sort of what I thought it would be. Whatever, Clary, okay, so Clary just you know, she became like the queen, and all of the other crew like got into the throne room and was there, and she then, you know, goes to like give that kiss, Judas's kiss, and stabs Sebastian, and the fire that she had put into the sword, you know, kills him, or is killing him. I did not expect it to kill Sebastian, not expect it to like eliminate all of the demon blood in him and let him be Jonathan again, and now they're all like weeping for like what could have been, and I mean, it's not like something so crazy. I don't know what I'm feeling. Just like Jocelyn holding Jonathan, and I want to read City of Lost Souls again because I'm like, is there hints that it's Jonathan talking and not Sebastian? Like, I don't know. Now that I know, like, there was, okay. Back to reading because I have like 100 pages left. So basically, I'm just over here crying because I finished City of Heavenly Fire, and wow! Cassandra Clare's like way of writing epilogues for series finales is just 10 out of 10. Tessa! I just like don't even have any words right now. It's so bittersweet. I love this book, and I'm just gonna take like a day or two because I literally sound like I'm crying because I was. I'm just gonna like take a day, think on my thoughts. That's how that works, thinking. And then I'll get back to you once I'm more composed, because the Tessa scene and with Clary and Jocelyn and Brother Zechariah, it just like killed me. So okay. I literally need to like stop all of my being from just picking up the rest of the Shadowhunter books right now. Like, I need to wait, I need to read other books. There are other books I want to finish. But oh my god. Okay, so I've taken my days to reflect on City of Heavenly Fire, and I adored it. I think I ended up giving it a 4 stars, 4.5 stars. I only have one complaint about it, and that's like at some point I was like, Cassandra Clare, there are not enough reveals, so not that I like need plot twists for something to be good, but there was like a 200 pages where I was like, I need more than what you're giving me. So that part took me out of the 5 stars. But here we are. My like thoughts that I have taken away from it. I thought it was a good series finale while also being not exactly the best series finale. I think Cassandra Clare is very, very good at writing epilogues, but there was just something about it where I was like, this doesn't seem like the end. Like Clockwork Princess, I was like, oh my god, this is the end. And I think that's because we see a lot of these characters in the Dark Artifices, so it's like not the end for those characters, but still, I was like, I wish there was a little bit more ending vibes to it, but at the end of the day, it definitely tied up any loose ends, and I adored it. So I'm so proud of Clary and Jace because I finally like care about them, not necessarily as a couple, but like just as characters after City of Lost Souls. And then this, I love Clary and Jace again, so that's fun. Also Simon, granted I knew going in that there was like a spoiler, like the only spoiler that I knew was that Simon potentially, yeah, I don't want to, like, they didn't, like, say it in this, so I don't want to, like, spoil anyone who doesn't know, even though I might have already said some spoiler. I don't know. But anyways, it makes the whole series of the Mortal Instruments worth any moment of, like, ugh, like City of Fallen Angels. This book made it worth it, so we're proud of that. We love that. I do like the introduction of Emma and Julian and the Blackthorn family. Well, they were introduced in City of Lost Souls, I believe, but I like them in this. I am anxious to read Lady Midnight because I know that there's a time jump, so I'm like, okay, well, if I like them now, I'm assuming I'm gonna like them in the Dark Artifices. There's such like an age difference between, what are they, 12 and 17 between the series, so like a lot can change in those formative years. So I'm hesitant, I'm wary, but I'm excited. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've stayed watching this long, let me know what your thoughts on City of Heavenly Fire are, because I know a lot of people love this book. I want to see if you thought any of the same things that I did. Leave me a comment down below. Maybe stay tuned for Lady Midnight Dark Artifices vlog. I don't know. Could happen, could not happen. Who really knows? Alrighty guys, well, I hope you guys have a good day, evening, night, month. There he is again with the month. Anyways, stay safe out there guys. I'll see you guys in my next one.
You made me feel good.